for Lady Muskies basketball action, as the Lady Muskies will be taking on the Capital Crusaders. Coming in tonight, the Lady Muskies, they've been down on their luck recently as they're going to be trying to build things around. And one of the impact players for the Fighting Muskies tonight is going to be
Sam Faligi. You know, she has been coming out very strong. You know, she has been getting a lot of points for her team. She has been doing a lot of great things for her team as well. You know, she was coming out hitting threes, getting second chance points. You know, she's been doing her thing lately. So we gonna check her out. We'll see what she do tonight, and see if she can pull out a win for to help her team win tonight.
Now the Capital Crusaders, they're a very young team as they only have one senior on their roster. So for Capital, it's not necessarily just one player, it's multiple players. They're going to play a lot of people in here tonight, and they're going to be looking for that youth to bring some leadership in, as they have a winning record, but they're looking on building onto it.
Oh yeah, Muskingum, yeah, they're a very young team. You know, a lot of young freshmen and sophomores, they had to step up and play a big role in tonight's game. So I really want to see, you know, what they come out and do.
And for those of you just joining us here on Orbit Television and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV, welcome, as the Muskingum University Fighting Muskies are taking on the Capital Crusaders tonight. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have more Fighting Muskies action. Stay tuned. You are listening to WMCO and Orbit Television on Orbit Media TV and YouTube.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to the ANC Steele Center. I'm Bryce Lillibridge, and alongside me is Quentin Watts, and we are bringing you Muskies basketball here tonight as the Capital Crusaders will be taking on the Muskingum Lady Muskies. The Lady Muskies come into this game with a 1-15 overall record, trying to get things righted. Meanwhile, the Capital Crusaders come in with an 11-6 overall record, and they're just looking to add on to that. We're going to talk about some keys to the game now. Quentin, what do you think the Muskies need to do to come out on top tonight?
Oh, the Muskies, they got to come out very aggressive. They know they've been down. They've been on a losing streak. So they got a chip on their shoulder. They got to come out with enthusiasm and a lot of energy. And, you know, they got to communicate well. They got to come out and score buckets. You know, they got to get three-pointers made. They got to get offensive rebounds, second chance points. You know, things like that. That can be a very advantage on the Muskies.
Meanwhile, for the Capital Crusaders, they're a very young team. They have one senior on their roster, so they're going to be looking for that freshman leadership as well as a lot of younger players. What do you think the younger players need to do to help bring a victory for them?
Oh, the Muskies is a very young team, so I feel like the sophomores and the freshmen here, you know, they got to step up. They got a big role to play. They got to fill in a lot of seniors' shoes that's been gone and graduated. So I feel like the younger class is very important in this game.
The one thing Capital does poorly that the Muskies will have to capitalize on is they turn over the ball quite a bit. They average 16 turnovers per game. And for the Fighting Muskies, that's something that, you know, you have to be circling. You want to take advantage of that tonight.
Yes, you want to try to get steals and loose balls and hustle points, you know. You want to try to get that since, you know, they have been averaging a lot of turnovers and things like that. So that'll be a great thing for them to do.
Now, for all the turnovers that Capital has, they also do a great job of stealing the ball as they average almost 8 steals per game. And it'll be very interesting to see as the Fighting Muskies, it'll be very interesting, to see how the Fighting Muskies will play on offense as Capital is very good on defense.
Oh, yes. They definitely need to come out and make a lot of points and, you know, make a lot of hustle points and things like that.
Now we're going to go ahead and send it down to our sideline reporter as he has an interview with Beth Fox.
What we do, right? Try to get better each and every day and know the personnel, but most importantly, just do us and make sure we follow our game plan.
Well, what are the most important things your team has to do to get a victory here today against a good Capital team?
Yeah, I think one of the things is we got to make sure we rebound the ball, and we've got to knock down our field goals, right? Our field goal percentage has got to increase.
Thank you, Coach Fox. Back to you guys.
Thanks, man. As the Fighting Muskies, like Coach Fox said, you got to play well, you got to limit, and the Fighting Muskies are going to have to play very well tonight to get a victory.
Oh yes, I totally agree with Coach there. You got to get rebounds. You got to get those things that the opponent won't allow. You know, like you got to go down and get hustle points and loose balls. So if the Muskies come to do that, they will come to get a win.
I completely agree. You are listening to WMCO 90.7 Orbit Television and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV, your home for Muskie sports.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner is so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Welcome back to the ANC Steele Center. I'm Bryce Lillibridge. Alongside me is Quentin Watts, and we are here to bring you the Muskingum University Lady Muskies versus the Capital Crusaders, as we have an OAC matchup tonight. And for the Fighting Muskies, it's been kind of a rough season for them. They're hoping that tonight they can right the ship. They're 1-15 heading into this game. Meanwhile, for Capital, they're sitting with an 11-6 overall record, and they're looking to just build momentum onto that as we get later into the season.
Yeah, the Muskies are 0-10 in the OAC, and they have been, you know, in a pretty big bunch. They on an 11-game losing streak, so they got to come out of the slums this evening. So we're going to see if they can capitalize against Capital.
Now we're going to have the national anthem coming up soon. We'll stay here for that. And the Fighting Muskies and Capital Crusaders tip-off will be happening in just a couple of moments. Stay tuned. You're listening to WMCO 90.7. Bring it back after this. And with that, we are almost underway here at the ANC Steele Center as we're going to have our starting lineups announced here as the Fighting Muskies will be taking on the Capital Crusaders. It's going to be a very interesting game for the Fighting Muskies. We've talked about it all pregame, but this is one of those games for the Fighting Muskies that they're looking forward to getting back on track. I saw on Twitter, their Twitter page also tweeted that they're looking forward to just trying to forget what's happened in the past, bring it to the future, and play in the present and take care of business tonight.
Yeah, that's the best thing, to have short memory. You can't be dwelling on bad mistakes that happened in the past. So you got to focus on what's ahead of you and what's in front of you. So if the Muskies come out with that attitude, they should have a pretty good game today.
For the Fighting Muskies, their starting lineup tonight, we'll see Olivia Bates, Sam Falagi out there, and for Capital right now, as we are currently announcing our starting lineups, we have number 10, Ellie Folan out there, as well as number 24, McKenna Millay. And for the Fighting Muskies, we have number 15, Erica Heyer coming out. It's going to be a good game tonight for the Fighting Muskies. Like I said, they're trying to get back on track, and for Capital, they're going to come out here and they're going to play for their coach. They have a very fantastic coach, and you know that they're going to come out here and play very well for her.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. They're going to come out with a lot of attitude and a lot of spark. So Beth Fox, you know, she got the Muskies very prepared for the Crusaders. So I feel pretty good for the Muskies.
The Fighting Muskies are about to come out here for a tip-off, and we're about to get underway here tonight. The refs are coming on out. We're about ready for tip-off here, as we're going to have some last-minute coaching adjustments from each team. And then we're going to get underway here. Quentin and I have been talking about pregame notes for both teams. And I think really it just comes down to execution for both teams. Whatever team can execute and run their offense and play defense the best. It sounds so generic, but really that's what it comes down to.
Yes, I feel like pick and roll can be a very good key to this game. You know, they want to get down in that paint. They got a big body down there at center. So if they use that that tool as they should get a lot of points in the paint. So that should bring their field goal percentage up very well tonight.
Both teams are coming out, and we're almost ready for the matchup tonight. As tipping off for the Muskies, their center will be Devin Bonner. And for the Crusaders, they will have their forward out there. Looks like it'll be Aaron Reisner. We're almost ready to go here at the NC Steele Center. Ball is up, and Muskingum controls the tip as Erica Heyer will bring the ball up, and we'll see what happens. She crosses the timeline, passes to the left elbow. She dribbles over towards the perimeter. However, nothing much out. She comes back out top, and we see Devin Bonner with the ball. She's going to drive in, put up a shot, and that's going to be missed, air ball, and Capital will take over as they'll bring it up the floor.
No foul by Capital. Good no foul.
Crossing the timeline is number 12, Emma Burns. She passes to her left, and number 24, McKenna Melee. Back to Burns. Burns passes over into the corner, back down to the post, and Capital loses control, regains it, and now they're going to take it back out and reset. Caroline Taphorn has the ball. She passes it over to Reisner. Reisner passes it to the left corner, and that's going to be a three-pointer for Capital as they're going to take a 3-0 lead here. Muskingum inbounds the ball to number 22, Emily Yeager. She takes the ball up the right side, crossing over to the middle of the floor. She's going to pass it over to the left side, and the Fighting Muskies are going to run their offense. She drives baseline, gets up, no foul called, bounces high off the rim, and it's going to be rebounded by Capitals. They're going to take the ball back down.
Looking like Crusaders playing full court press very early in the game.
Emma Burns passes it over to the right corner. That ball's going to be passed back out to number 31, Reagan Stonerock. Stonerock sets a screen for number 10, Ellie Fullen. And that'll be a charge on Capital as they got it down to the left block. However, great play there by the Fighting Muskies to take the charge. And Muskingum will take over. They're trailing 3-0 early in the game, 8:34 to go in the first quarter. Inbounding for the Fighting Muskies is Emily Yeager. She passes the ball over to number 13, Sam Falagi, and she's going to take the ball up for the Fighting Muskies. Falagi passes the timeline, passes over to the right side to number 15, Erica Heyer. She's going to pass out to number 22, Emily Yeager. Yeager tries to drive in, nothing doing. She passes to the right corner. Shot is up and off the rim, no good. Capital rebounds, and the Crusaders will take over. Devin Bonner trying to make a play down low, however, nothing much as Capital will take over and pass out to the left corner. Pump fake, drives into the lane, rebounded by the Muskies, air ball. And the Muskies are going to throw a deep outlet pass to Bonner. Bonner steps into the lane and gets a layup. Nice crossover by Bonner.
Muskies. That was a good move by Bonner. That was a nice little Euro step. I didn't know that was in her arsenal.
Muskies trail 3-2 here early in the game. Capital takes over, takes a shot mid-range, missed, rebounded by Olivia Bates, and Olivia Bates is going to pass it out to Erica Heyer. Heyer's going to take the ball down across the timeline, and she's going to set up shop for the Fighting Muskies. She passes over to her right to Emily Yeager. She's going to drive into the lane, and nothing doing there. She passes back out to Olivia Bates. Olivia Bates, she's going to drive to the middle of the lane, passes out to number 13, Sam Falagi, and she's going to pass back out. We see a Princeton offense going on for the Fighting Muskies.
Nice ball movement by the Muskies. I like how they moving the rock, looking for good shots.
Ball is missed, rebounded by Capital, back down the floor. We have a layup opportunity. It is up, and it is good. That point's going to go to number 12, Emma Burns. Burns gives Capital an early 5-2 lead. 6:50 and counting here in the first quarter. The Muskies trail by 3 as they're going to set up shop again. And a steal attempt, however, the Muskies will regain control. And a shot from the mid-range that's missed. Rebounded. They're going to say it bounced off of Capital. Muskingum will retain possession.
It looks like Bonner wants that ball back there in the paint. She's been calling for it, no answer. So we're going to see if they try to give her a shot.
Sam Falagi will be inbounding for the Fighting Muskies. We'll see what the Muskies do here on the baseline. Muskies pass it over to the left side. They're going to have a mid-range shot that is short, rebounded by the Muskies, missed, rebounded by the Muskies again, and finally a foul call as Sam Falagi was hacked, and she's going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, they've been getting a lot of rebounds. I like what I see on the board, so I hope they can keep this up. They can get second chance points like now.
Sam Falagi at the line puts the first free throw up, and it is good off of the rim. 5-3, Fighting Muskies trail, 6:37 to go in the first quarter. This will be shot attempt number 2 from the line, as this is the Muskies' first trip to the line. Falagi's shot is up, and it is good, and she is 2 for 2 from the line, and the Fighting Muskies are down by 1 here early in this contest. Capital will take the ball up across, and they're going to drive to the left, passing it out to the top of the perimeter. And we'll see what Capital can do here as they're looking to get the ball down low. Muskies are playing good defense so far.
They defended the pick and roll very well.
Aaron Reisner is going to try to feed that ball down low, however, it is stolen as Olivia Bates gets her hands on that, and the Fighting Muskies will take over. The Muskies are going to slow things down here. They're going to run their offense and see what they can get going.
They're looking pretty aggressive on defense. I hope they can keep this up. Oh, nice
Wide
pass.
open in the middle of the paint is Sam Falagi, and the Muskies will take their first lead of the game, 6-5, 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Capital takes the ball up across the timeline, and we're going to see what they want to do here as they're going to set a pick and roll, and she had a wide open lane. She opted to pass out there. I'm not sure if she would have had her head up if she would have saw the layup opportunity. Number 10, Ellie Fullen has the ball. She's going to pass it out, and they're going to try to get that ball down in the post as Aaron Reisner goes to work.
Good defense.
Good defense by Bonner, though.
Nice rebound.
And the Fighting Muskies will take control. Bonner is going to take this ball up the floor herself, waiting for her guard to come get it. And finally, Erica Heyer comes back and gets the ball, and she's going to cross the timeline. And we have a 10-second violation on the Fighting Muskies as they took too long to get the ball up across the floor. So substitutions coming in for the Fighting Muskies. We're going to see Sarah Miller coming in.
Yeah, that guard got to come help get the ball up court. The center don't have that great ball control, you know. So the guard got to come help out.
The Crusaders are continuing to run that pick and roll. That's one of their favorite plays early here in the game. And they're going to keep the ball out at the top, out on the wing, and she's going to pass it down low to the block. Aaron Reisner. Reisner passes it out to the corner. Corner 3 is up, and it is good.
Great shot by number 10.
Ellie Fullen gets the three-pointer there as Capital regains the lead 8-6, and the Muskies will take over as they are out top on the perimeter. They pass over to the right corner, and she's going to dribble in, and she's going to pass back out to Bonner. Bonner, little sidestep there, backing her opponent down, and offensive foul. It's a rough call there. They're going to say that she extended her elbow, and they're going to give the ball back to Capital.
Yeah, that was a great call by the ref. Good eye.
Capital will take over. Number 12, Emma Burns will run this up. 5'8" freshman out of Westerville, Ohio, is Capital's point guard. She takes it across the timeline. She's going to set up shop here. She drives over to the right, looking for the outlet down low. Nothing going on. She's going to pass to Reisner. Reisner fakes the pass, and she is going to take it herself down low on the block, and it is blocked by the Fighting Muskies. Great defense there by Sarah Miller to get the block. Miller is going to run it up herself. Finally, she gets it out to Olivia Bates. Bates over to the corner to Olivia Lang. Lang will pass it down low to Miller, and Miller's on the block, and she gets the shot up and airballs it. Great defense by Reisner, and Capital is going to take over possession. Capital drives down. They're going to pass it out to the right corner to Reisner. Reisner, not a three-point shooter. She's going to pass it out to the left corner and back down to Reisner, and great play there by Capital as they're going to get an easy layup there.
That was a great backdoor pass. Great play.
Bonner inbounds the ball to number 15, Erica Heyer. Heyer takes it up the right side. She's going to slow down, let her teammates get into position. Muskies calling out plays here as they're going to try to get some points here. Lang steps back and misses.
That was a great percentage, high percentage shot.
Long outlet pass, but nothing doing as Capital will take over. They're going to slow things down. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 3:23 to go here in the first quarter. Great steal by Devin Bonner. She's going to run out of gas here. She's not going to be able to complete this on her own. She's going to slow down, give the ball out to Erica Heyer, and the Fighting Muskies are going to regain control here. Passing out to the right wing as Devin Bonner is going to pass it down low to number 5. And we have a foul here, as they're going to say it's a player control foul on Muskingum. Capital will take control here, and they're going to take the ball up the middle of the floor. 2:55 to go here in the first quarter. Capital leads 10-6. Capital is going to drive over to the right, pass it out to the left. Thought about a three-point attempt, however, she changed her mind about that. Out to the right corner. She is going to shoot that, and it's a bad miss, and that's Kamei Baylock with the rebound there. Baylock takes the ball up the floor, and she's going to look for her guard, and that's going to be Riley Johnson taking over at the point. Riley Johnson dribbles to her left, now passes over to her right, and Kamei Baylock.
You know, Bonner keeps asking for the post. I think she wants it bad. She can score. They're not answering her.
Wide open shot here for the Fighting Muskies. It is clinked off the back of the iron, and Capital is going to take over. Running the floor is Caroline Taphorn. Taphorn slows down in the left corner. Now she's going to drive in on the left side.
Good
and it
defense.
I don't know if I agree with that. It looked like it was blocked. We had a late whistle there, and that's going to be 2 foul shots for Capital.
That definitely looked like a block to me. Looked like the ball was out of her hand before contact, so I don't know about that call.
At the line for Capital will be number 24, McKenna Melee. Her first shot is up, and it is good, as the Capital Crusaders will take an 11-6 lead. Muskies bring in some substitutions as number 13 steps into the game. That is Sam Falage. And also into the game is number 4, Sasiana Meadows. Second free throw attempt is up, and it is good. We have another substitution. This time it is for Capital. This will be number 21, Sam Sett, coming into the game. Fighting Muskies will inbound the ball down 6 here. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
I like the Muskies' aggressiveness this quarter.
Raya Johnson takes the ball, passes it over to the left wing. Sam Falage passes it down to the post to Devin Bonner. Devin Bonner's shot is up, clinked off the rim, and she's going to get fouled. She's going to have 2 attempts coming up at the line. And she's a little upset with herself. She feels like she should have made that first shot.
Hey, I think they should keep feeding her. I feel like she's comfortable down where she's at. I feel like she knows she can get buckets down there. So I feel like her teammates need to feed her.
Her first shot is in, rattled around the rim. That's Devin Bonner's 3rd point of the game. Shot attempt 2 here from the line as the Fighting Muskies trying to capitalize on these early scoring chances, and she will. There'll be a 12-8 lead here for Capital. Running the floor for Capital is number 12, Emma Burns. She passes it over to the right, passes it down into Reisner. Reisner drives and misses the layup, and Muskingum rebounds it. They pass it up to the left side, and Devin Bonner open. But yeah, bad outlet pass, and now Capital's going to have a chance. 2-on-1 opportunity. Great defense by Muskingum to slow down the 2-on-1 opportunity.
Yeah, way to stop the fast break.
That's great defense there by Sasiana Meadows, that she stood her ground, picked up the ball, and she stood right in the passing lane.
Yeah.
And now we have a whistle blown.
Man, that would have been an easy bucket if they would have made that pass to Bonner.
Let's see what's going on. I believe we have a foul on the Fighting Muskies. Capital's going to inbound here on the baseline. Capital out to the left corner. 3-point shot is up, and it is good. Number 12, Emma Burns, with another 3-pointer. That's her 2nd 3-point field goal of the game. She's going to extend the lead to 15-8 for Capital. Fighting Muskies have control of the ball. That's Emily Yeager out top. She posts up her own 3. And bang!
Wow, that was a great shot up top of the key.
15-11, Capital leads. And they're going to take it over to the right corner. She's going to dribble out to the top. She's going to pass it to number 3, Cassidy Bosch. Bosch passes it to Reisner. Reisner out there on the corner. And we have a reach-in foul on Devin Bonner. She's a little upset with that foul call, but I agree with the ref that time. 59 seconds to go here in the first quarter, as Capital will be inbounding off of the left side on the baseline. We have another substitution coming in, as Reisner is going to check out for the first time today. Capital looking to inbound underneath the hoop here. They pass it out to the right corner. That shot is up. It's a 2-point attempt, no good, rebounded by the Fighting Muskies. Raya Johnson takes it up the right side, looking, and she's going to slow down. And we'll see what the Fighting Muskies can do here.
Pretty intense deep by the Crusaders.
Devin Bonner sets a screen. She's going to back down. She wants it in the post. They're going to feed her. She gets it on the right block, puts it up, and it is good.
That was a great big man move by Bonner.
Bonner gets the points there. Muskies trail by 2 here. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Capital has it out top. They pass it still at the top of the key. They're going to pass it to the right corner, down to the right block. That shot is, it was a pump fake. It looked like it might have been traveling. They didn't call it. Great defense by the Fighting Muskies.
Yeah, great defense by Bonner down there. She's controlling that paint very well.
Illegal screen there. Fighting Muskies are going to take over. Chance to tie the game. 16 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Substitution coming in for the Fighting Muskies is number 15, Erica Heyer. Also coming in for the Fighting Muskies is number 32, Olivia Lang. Inbounding for the Fighting Muskies is Sam Falage. She passes the ball into Emily Yeager, back to Sam Falage. She's going to run the point. 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. She's setting up play here. 5 seconds to go. Falage drives to the right.
Good
One-on-one, and she misses. Rebounded by Capital. And that's the end of the first quarter as Capital leads 15-13 after 1. With that, we are going to take a break. You are listening to WMCO 90.7 Orbit Television and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV, your home for Muskie sports.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner's so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
Is Quentin Watts. And Quentin, we just witnessed a great showing there for the Fighting Muskies in the first quarter as they trail by 2. However, they were down 15-7 at one point towards the end of the quarter. They made a great run to come back, and we have a brand new ball game.
Oh yeah, I really like how Bonner been controlling that paint. She was getting rebounds. She's been doing her thing. She's been aggressive down in that paint. I really hope she can keep this up. That's been a very good key to this quarter.
Fighting Muskies inbound the ball to begin the second quarter, and that's Sim Filiagi. And she's going to pass it over to number 22, Emily Yeager. And that ball is going to be passed out of bounds, and Capital is going to take over. Running the point for Capital will be Ellie Fullen. Fullen takes it up across the timeline. 9:45 to go here in the second quarter. She passes it over to the right wing, and they're going to feed it down low and tipped pass.
Another turnover by the Crusaders, right back to the Muskies.
What goes around comes around. The Fighting Muskies will get the ball back.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Filiagi passes it in. Actually, excuse me. Yeah, to Erica Heyer. Heyer's going to run the point here. She passes it over to number 22, Emily Yeager. Yeager's over on the left wing. She's going to drive into the free throw line, passes it back out to the perimeter. And not much going on as the Muskies are just driving in and kicking out. And we're going to have a layup attempt high off the glass. No good.
Great rebound. Great putback and 1.
Great big play move there by Devin Bonner to get the offensive rebound. She has 8 points and a chance for an and 1.
Like I said, she's been controlling that paint. That's her paint tonight for sure. She's 2 for 3 from the field goal. Just added another and 1 to it. So she's been doing her thing this game.
Bonner with the chance for the and 1. She dribbles the ball once. The shot is up, and the shot is good. Fighting Muskies take the lead, 16-15, 9 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Capital runs the ball down the floor. They're going to slow down, pass it over to the right wing. Looking in, they're going to drive. Good defense by the Muskies to close off the lane. Passing over to the left corner, and we're going to see Erin Reisner take it in, down to the low block. She's going to pass it back out. Bad pass, and another turnover for the Fighting Muskies. They're amped up, and this crowd is getting on their edge of their seats, and we have a timeout by Capital. And
Crusaders looking a little sloppy here. That's them turnovers.
Fighting Muskies are doing a fantastic job here. It's only been a minute into the second quarter, but if you want to talk about the first quarter, the last 4 minutes are controlled by Muskingum.
Oh, yeah,
and
totally.
So the past 5 minutes of this ball game has been all Muskingum, and they are outscoring Capital right now. They are outscoring them 9-0. That's the run that Muskingum's on right now.
Yeah, it's been in that paint. They've been working that paint a lot. They've been getting rebounds. They've been getting everything that they needed. Everything we've been talking about, keys to the game. They've been coming out aggressive. They've been doing everything we said to do. And they up.
It's one of those things, and we talk about this all the time in sports, and it's one of the most, I think, overgeneralized things. But when you just execute your game plan, it doesn't matter what the other team has. If you just run what you are good at, you will do well. And for the Fighting Muskies, you can't get too excited right now. You got to maintain poise. And honestly, you got to get the ball down low to Bonner.
Yeah, don't get your head pumped up too much just yet. You know, you still got to stay humble and still execute everything you've been trying to do. So they got to keep feeding Bonner. She's been controlling the paint. It's been a mismatch. So keep it up, Muskies.
Fighting Muskies inbound the basketball, and they're going to take over as they pass it over to the left wing. She's going to take it out to the top. Devin Bonner has the ball. She's going to pass over to Filiagi. Filiagi out to number 22, Emily Yeager. She drives into the right. Tipped pass, and that ball is on the ground, and we have a foul called on the Muskies.
I like the look. That was a nice pick and roll play. Very well called. I like the look there, but just tipped by the Crusaders.
Devin Bonner is going to be subbed out. Coming in for the Fighting Muskies will be number 11. That's Gabby Blair coming in. The 6'1 sophomore from John Glenn High School from the New Concord area comes in for the Fighting Muskies.
She got to come in and control that paint like Bonner. Get rebounds and second chance points.
Ball's passed down low. Good steal. There you go, controlling the paint.
Yeah, there you go.
Commentator's curse. Taking control for the Fighting Muskies, and they have the ball out top, and that's going to be Yeager. She's going to pass it out to number 5, Olivia Bates. She passes over to the corner. That's Sam Filiagi, and she's going to get the offensive rebound, and we are going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Capital. Great hustle, though.
There go the hustle I was talking about pregame, and you got to come out, get the hustle points. You got to come out and try to get them loose balls. That's the key to winning right there.
Filiagi is subbed out for the Fighting Muskies, and we'll see what happens now as the Muskies have a 16-15 lead here to go. 8 minutes until halftime. Number 20, Caroline Taphorn, controls the point for the Crusaders. She drives to the left, and we're going to have a foul called. They're going to say it was a reach there on number 15, Erica Heyer.
Yeah, that was a reach right there. You got to be smarter with your still attempts.
Taphorn will inbound on the baseline for the Capital Crusaders. She finds her player out near the free throw line. She's going to shoot that up. That shot is good. And now Capital is going to take a lead. That was a perfect shot, perfect execution there for Capital.
That was a good high percentage shot. Very well taken.
Ball's inbounded to Olivia Lang. She's going to take the ball up, pass it back to number 22, Yeager. Yeager crosses over at the timeline, and we're going to have a foul. That time is going to be called on Capital. Same thing that just happened on the other side of the floor on the Muskies, and both teams have 2 fouls apiece here.
Yeah.
Olivia Lang will inbound for the Fighting Muskies, and we'll see a V cut there by Olivia Bates. She's going to get the ball. She's going to pass it over. We have a 3-point attempt, and that is not anywhere close near the rim, and that's going to be a missed opportunity. However, that ball bounced off of a Capital player. Muskingum's going to retain possession here.
I like the look. I like the shot. Just got to execute the play.
Olivia Lang inbounding, for the Fighting Muskies. Ooh. Bad pass picked off by Capital, and now they're going to run the floor. It's a 2-on-2 opportunity.
Oh, that's a charge.
And we have a charge called. You called it.
Hey, great way to get the ball back.
I thought it was a charge, but I didn't want to say anything until the official called it.
Yeah, and that was the clearest day to me. That was a clear charge. She got to the position right before she went up for the basket. So that was a great position by her.
Olivia Lang will inbound to number 12, Raya Johnson. Raya Johnson's taking the ball up across the timeline here. Muskies pass it over. Raya Johnson's going to get it back. She's looking down low, however, nothing going on. And we're going to try to get another play call in. Fighting Muskies will pass it out to Emily Yeager. She tries to drive in. She's at the left corner, passes it out. And great defense by Capital as they're swarming the ball. And we have an air ball attempt, but almost worked as a pass there as Raya Johnson got the rebound.
It looked like a pass.
That's what she's going to call it. 18-17, Fighting Muskies lead. 6:45 to go here until halftime. Pass over to the left corner. 3-point shot is up, and it is off the rim. Rebounded by the Fighting Muskies. Good control here.
Good way to
Olivia
get
Bates passes it out to Emily Yeager. Yeager calling up a play. Yeager takes it to the right side, and we have a Capital player on the floor. She got back up quickly, though, and Pass out to number 11, Gabby Blair. And shot attempt by Yeager is missed. And we're going to have an over-the-back foul call on Raya Johnson.
Hey, great hustle. Great way to try to get that rebound. Get them second chance points.
It's Raya Johnson's first foul, third team foul for the Fighting Muskies.
I like how aggressive the Muskies been playing today. If they keep this up, man, the Crusaders can't touch them.
Crusaders take the ball up across the middle of the floor, setting up a play. They look over to the right. They're going to pass it to the right wing, to the right corner. Reisner passes over to the left wing, over to the left corner. And that's a play that we've seen a lot of three-point shots over there, not this time.
Oh, good
Great steal by Raya Johnson. Raya Johnson one-on-one, one person to beat. She's going to take it herself, and the layup is up and missed. And she's on the floor, getting up very slowly. She's in pain. We have a foul call on Muskingum.
Great way to be aggressive.
Raya Johnson's obviously in pain. She's going to try to walk this off, though.
She'll be all right. She got to walk it off.
Capital will inbound here. Taking the ball up for the Crusaders is number 10, Ellie Fullen. Fullen crosses over to the left corner, pump fake, kick ball violation on the Fighting Muskies. Great defense, though, by Olivia Bates. Capital's going to send number 21 over to inbound the ball at Sam Setch. Setch will inbound to number 12, Emma Burns. Burns dribbles to her right, to the center of the floor, passes it over to Ellie Fullen, and that shot attempt is up by Reisner and missed. Ball tipped out, great rebound by the Crusaders. They'll retain possession with a fresh shot clock. Ball is passed over to the left corner, down to the left post, excuse me, she pump faked, got me. That ball's gonna be passed to the right block. That shot is up and no good, rebounded by Raya Johnson. Smallest person on the floor with the rebound there.
Crusaders looking very dry. They're trying to get good looks. Muskee is not giving it to them. The Muskies are not showing them any.
Yeager drives in, banks it off, no good, rebounded by Reisner. Reisner passes out to Fullen. Fullen takes it up the right, passes it down, and that ball's going to be caught, and they're going to slow things down. The Crusaders are. They pass it over to number 21, Sam Setch. Setch crosses over, back over to Fullen. Fullen to the right corner. That ball is up, three-point attempt, no good, rebounded by the Crusaders. Shot attempt is up and missed by Reisner. Two attempts coming up for the Lady Crusaders. We have substitutions. I'll be coming in for both teams here after this first shot.
Yeah, the Crusaders been trying to get some great looks, and Muskies is not giving them to them. You know, they've been playing great defense from the perimeter and in the paint, so they got to keep this up, be aggressive.
Reisner makes the first foul shot. That'll be her first point of the night here. Second attempt coming up soon. Reisner is the lone senior on the Capital roster. She misses the second foul shot. Rebounded by Capital, passed out, tipped by the Fighting Muskies, but ultimately kept control by Capital as they will take over now.
Some dangerous passing been going on.
Over to the left wing, down to the left block, back out to the right corner. That shot is up, and that shot is no good off the back iron. And that ball is going to be tipped by the Fighting Muskies. Capital will retain possession.
Capital been having a lot of missed threes. You know, they shooters haven't been they've been shooting, but they haven't been knocking down much. So
ball is inbounded to Reisner, back over, mid-range shot. That shot is good, and that's one of those shots that's going to go in every time if you give someone that much space.
Oh, of course.
2018, Capital leads 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go until halftime. Yeager calling out the play. She's going to look down low. Screen from her forward. She's going to drive in. Layup attempt high off the glass. No good.
Hard.
Rebounded by Capital. They're going to take it up the center of the floor.
Nice play, but too much on the layup.
Number 10, Ellie Fullen with the ball. Passes down low to Reisner. Reisner gets hacked. And Reisner's going to have two more free throw attempts, 1 point in the game. She's going to look to add to that total here. Reisner shooting 2 here. Her first shot is up, and it is no good. Clinks off the back iron. More substitutions as Devin Bonner had a much-needed rest, and she's back into the game. The second shot is up, and it is good. She is 2 for 4 from the line, 21-18, Capital leads. Fighting Muskies will inbound this basketball. And full court pressure here from Capital as they'll get it across the timeline in time. Down to Devin Bonner, and she's going right back to where she was.
One. Nice, strong finish by Bonner. She got a big old smile down there.
She knows they can't guard her.
Oh, yeah, she know that.
She's ready for this game. Reisner will be taken out. Coming into the game for Capital is number 31. That's Reagan Stonerock, junior out of Circleville, Ohio.
See if she make her bucket.
Devin Bonner will take those freebies.
Oh, man, this her game right here.
In and right back out. Questionable decision there.
I wouldn't do that if I was the coach. But, hey, Beth Fox knows what she's doing.
It's probably a matchup. They just took Reisner out. They probably want to keep her matched up on that, so they're going to keep her rested.
Yeah.
All about matchups, this game is. Capital has the ball. They pass it over to the left wing, down to the right block. They're going to pass it back out. Mid-range jumper. That shot is up and no good. Off to the right. Rebounded by Capital, however, so they're going to maintain possession. Capital is going to pass it over to the left corner. Looking down to the block, but nothing going on. But middle of the lane's wide open, and that'll be an easy layup for Capital.
Nice ball movement by the Crusaders.
Crusaders take a 2-point lead here.
That's how you get easy buckets. Ball movement right there. Perfect example.
Erica Heyer calling out the plays. And she's going to throw that ball out of bounds. Pass was intended for Sam Filiagi. However, she was cutting in, and the ball was going out.
Yeah, bad communication right there.
Up across the timeline is Capital. They're going to take it over to the right. They're going to pass it over to the left corner. And pump fake back over to the right corner. Back and forth passing going on by Capital. Great ball movement. Trying to pass that ball down to the block. Diving on the floor is Kamei Baylock. And Capital will have possession still. Great reach there. Ball's on the floor.
Yeah, they want that ball.
Jump ball. Muskies will take over.
They hustling. They hustling today. Exactly what we've been talking about in the pregame. You know, they gotta hustle, get on the floor, get them loose balls. So that's exactly what they doing. Great job, Muskies.
Muskies down by 2, 23-21, 2.5 minutes to go until halftime. We have a reach called on the Capital Crusaders. That will be foul number 5 on them here.
Ain't the bonus yet?
Yes, yes, they are.
Oh, okay. I was wondering when it's going to happen because there's been a lot of fouling on both sides, actually.
At the line for the Fighting Muskies is number 15, Erica Heyer. She's going to make that first foul shot. Freshman guard out of Marion, Ohio, makes the first shot.
Coach Beth been doing a lot of subbing. She got her rotation going.
Second shot is up and off the rim, rebounded by Capital. Loose ball there for a sec, but Capital will retain possession as Emma Burns will take it over. She passes over to the right wing, out to the top, down to the left corner. That shot, pump fake, and Capital has a wide open person in the right corner. She's going to take the shot, and that shot is no good. Rebounded is by Capital, tipped out by the Crusaders. They're going to regain possession here, passing down to the left block. Reach called on the Fighting Muskies.
Hey, that was a good foul right there because that was an open layup right there for the Crusaders.
Sam Filiagi with the foul there. Coming back in for the Fighting Muskies, we have number 23, Devin Bonner, number 22, Emily Yeager will be coming in after this foul shot. First shot is up, and it is no good. It's been a back-and-forth game so far.
Oh, yeah, it's been a pretty good game. You know, both teams can't get a real big lead here, but they've been fighting back and forth. I love this game.
Second shot is up, and it is good, 24-22. Fighting Muskies inbound the ball, running it up for the Muskies is Heyer. Heyer calling out a play call. I bet they try to get this ball down low.
They need to.
Number 22, Emily Yeager takes it into the left,
good
down
take.
into the paint,
Too
misses.
Much on it.
Rebounded by Baylock. Baylock takes it herself. She's going to lay it up and in. And good job there.
Good rebound and put up by Kamei. That was great basketball right there.
24-24 here in the second quarter. Back and forth action. Over to the right corner.
Oh, good tip.
Good tip by Baylock, and it was last touched by Capital.
Wow, okay.
She tried to save it, and she realized too late. Yeah. Baylock with a great defensive play there.
Great defense.
Erica Heyer running the point here, a minute and a half until halftime. We're tied 24 apiece. She runs over to the right, posting down in the block, 7 Bonner. That ball's going to be stolen by Capital. No one to beat, almost loses control. She's going to toss that ball up, and they're going to call that a foul. 2 shots coming up for number 3, Cassidy Bosch.
That was a good steal. They didn't see that coming. She jumped the pass very quickly, so that was a great steal.
Capital has learned that whenever you see Devin Bonner in, she's going to get the ball. They double-teamed her that time. She was unable to keep control.
Yeah, smart double team.
Very. Coming into the game, we have number 4, I believe. Actually, no, excuse me. It's Raya Johnson. Just those long hair covering her number. Makes it hard to see.
It is hard to see them numbers.
Johnson runs it up as the point. Have a Capital player on the ground there. She gets back up. Not quite sure what's going on down there in the post. Back out, fighting Muskies. Devin Bonner's open. She's gonna try to take control. Raya Johnson sneaks in there. That was a loose ball on the ground. Less than a minute to go here until halftime.
They're looking for Bonner. They double teaming her. So
Bonner sets the screen. Great job. They're going to call the foul on the floor there. No shot attempt. Actually, that's going to be on a Muskingum foul, player control foul. Bonner subbed out. Coming in for the Fighting Muskies is Gabby Blair.
Yeah, that'll be 3 fouls for Bonner.
Bonner getting into foul trouble here right before the half. Capital takes over out top, looking down low. She's going to dribble to her left, over to the left corner, dribbles in at the left block, puts it up, and it is in. Good layup.
Good layup, good take right there.
Raya Johnson takes the ball up the right side, looking for her teammates. Less than 25 seconds to go here until halftime. She passes it over to number 22, Emily Yeager. Yeager pump fakes the 3, passes it down low. That's Blair. Blair on the right block, just throws up a desperation shot, misses. Good rebound, though, by Yeager. Yeager gets it.
Try to throw up a little hook on the block.
Foul call. We have a blocking foul. That's going to put the Muskies at the line as they are in the bonus. Shooting the foul shots for the Fighting Muskies is Emily Yeager. Yeager's first shot is up. No good. Off the back iron.
I actually like how the Muskies been playing today. They've been playing very aggressive. They've been coming out getting rebounds and scoring in the paint. I like how the Muskies been playing today.
Yeager's second free throw attempt is up, and it is also no good. Muskies trail 27-24, 13 seconds until halftime. Long outlet pass into the lane, and Capital tries to throw up a layup, misses. Rebounded by the Fighting Muskies. 5 seconds to go until halftime. We have a little fight for the ball. Raya Johnson's going to win that. Ball is tipped. Raya Johnson doing everything she can to maintain control. And ultimately, the ball is going to be tipped away. It is halftime here at Muskingum as the Capital Crusaders lead 27-24. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more action. You are listening to WMCO 90.7 Orbit Television and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV, your home for Muskie sports.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Welcome back to the ANSI Steele Center. We're going to send this down to Cody, who has an interview with Coach Fox. Cody, take it away.
Thanks, Coach. What some adjustments need to make at halftime in this close-tight game?
Just make our free throws and bunnies. I don't think we need to make too many adjustments. I thought our defense was good. We just got to make sure we're converting on the offensive end.
You said your defense played well. Is there anything else you thought your team did well in the first half?
Energy, kept our energy up the entire time.
Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Cody. Great interview down there. As always, we appreciate you. And it is 27-24 Capital, and the Capital Crusaders have done a fantastic job, and so have the Fighting Muskies. And like I said, it's a close ball game. Neither team's been able to gather too much momentum here.
No, not really. And in the first, totally, the Capital, they are 9 for 24 in the field goal and 3 for 8 in the three-pointer. So they really haven't been shooting well, but they've been getting some baskets in. And for Muskingum, they've been shooting 8 for 29 and 1 for 3 for them three-point line. So I feel like Bonner has been doing her thing down in the paint. She's been controlling it. She's been getting rebounds. And she actually has 2 total defense rebounds, a defense and an offense. So she's been doing her thing.
For the Fighting Muskies, like you said, we've been looking at the stat sheet here, and the most important thing for the Fighting Muskies so far has been feeding the block, getting Devin Bonner those looks, because right now no one on Capital can guard her. And I think the biggest adjustment that the Fighting Muskies need, they need to keep Bonner, in my opinion, in the game longer. Yes. And they need to get her more touches down low.
Definitely. I definitely agree with that, because that's the key to Capital's weakness, is defending that big body down there and trying to get on that block.
Both teams shooting pretty poorly through the first half, as Muskingum's 8 of 29 from the field and Capital's 9 of 24. Neither team been able to get much going. Muskingum has 4 3-point attempts. They are 1 of 4. Capital's 3 of 8. And we saw Capital more in the first quarter, shooting more threes. In the second quarter, they laid off. Muskingum, they adjusted their defense heading into the second quarter, and they were playing more tight, especially every single time we got in the left corner, we knew a three-pointer was going to be shot.
Oh, yeah.
And so Muskingum did a nice job there in the second quarter to get over there and get their hands up and not allow those easy opportunities.
Oh, yeah, for sure. They've been closing out that perimeter well. They've been trying to get out there. They've been hustling to that perimeter, not trying to get no open looks for Capital. So they've been doing good things on the defensive side. They've been getting steals. They've been getting on the ground. They've been getting dirty, you know. So they've been hustling, and they've been doing some good things on the defensive side.
Fighting Muskies, one improvement that they've had that they haven't had during the season, they're shooting 70% from the foul line so far. They've been averaging 61, 62%. So they've been making their foul shots. One of the things I talked about at the beginning of the game is if you want to play well, if you want to win games, you got to take those freebies. And
yes.
if you make the 3 that you missed, we have a tied ball game.
Right.
And it's amazing. You know, you don't think about it during the course of the game what the foul shots really mean, but boy, oh boy, when you're looking at the stat sheet, all of a sudden those 3 shots, they really mean a lot.
Oh, yeah, they mean a lot, especially in close games. If it's a close game and you don't make your free throws, that's tough luck. You know, they've been doing good, 7 for 10. So I like they've been getting to the line, they've been getting fouled. So they've been capitalizing on the free throws very well. So they got to keep that up.
The largest lead for Capital so far in this game, they had a 7-point lead at the 132 mark in the first quarter. Keep in mind, it's a 15-13 game at the end of the first. So in that minute and a half, the Fighting Muskies did a great job. They took over in the second quarter. However, Capital battled back. And we haven't really seen much lead changes in terms. Capital has led for 13 minutes of this game. Muskingum's led for 4 minutes, but it's been within 3 or 4 points this whole entire time.
Yeah, it's been a back-and-forth game. It's one possession, Capital will take over, and Muskingum will come right back. You know, but I have been seeing a lot of turnovers for Capital. You know, they averaged a lot this season, so I see why they tried to calm down on the turnovers, but Muskingum defense is high intensity, so it causes a lot. So
we've seen 6 lead changes so far. The score's been tied 4 times. You are listening to WMCO 90.7, Orbit Television, and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV, your home for Muskie sports.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner's so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
welcome back to the ANC Steele Center. I'm Bryce Lillibridge. Alongside me is Quentin Watts. And we have been treated to a very good game so far, at least through the first half, as the Fighting Muskies currently trail by 3. And this is one of those games for Capital. You don't know if it's necessarily they're not ready for this game, or is Muskingum really ready to turn the page, or is it a little bit of both?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think Muskingum come out, you know, with that thought of, you know, we've been losing a lot, so we have to come out with high energy, and, you know, we have to finish, and we have to do all these things correctly. So I feel like Muskingum been coming out with that enthusiasm. So the Crusaders probably came in shocked and surprised. They thinking this going to be a little cakewalk, and they come in, you know, getting steals and turnovers, and, you know, getting and Muskie's been making a bucket. So I feel like the Crusaders are shocked right now.
The Crusaders are out rebounding the Fighting Muskies 22-17. However, the Muskies have been getting quite a few offensive rebounds, and that's really been what's keeping the Muskies into the game so far, especially there in the first quarter, as Bonner was definitely going to work. And we're going to go ahead and look at some individual stats here. As I just want to point out Devin Bonner, very efficient, 4 of 5 from the field, shooting 80%. She's 4 of 4 at the free throw line, made the most out of those 2 and 1s. As far as rebounds, she only has 2, but she's been down there tipping the ball quite a bit and not allowing easy rebounds.
Yes, yes, indeed.
And she's doing a great job down there, and she's played 11 minutes in the game. And as far as the starters go, that's the least amount for the starters. So I'm hoping to see a little bit more of her. And for Capital, they have not been doing too many substitutions, especially with their guards. You see Emma Burns and Ellie Fullen, they've played 18 and 19 minutes apiece out of 20. So they're out there, they're getting a full day's work in.
Yeah, they've been ripping and running for sure.
The Muskies, they've been looking to their bench more often, as everyone has played in this game so far on the roster. The least amount of minutes played is 4 minutes, so that's still a good game.
Beth Fox, she been down there. She been subbing and getting all her players involved, and I think that's a good key and a good advantage. You know, keep fresh legs out there. You know what I'm saying?
The one thing I admire about Coach Fox, one thing that she does extremely well, is she knows what she's doing when it comes to rotations, and it doesn't matter whether you're the first player or if you're the 15th player. You're going to get into the game.
Yes.
You're going to play. And when you come to Muskingum, you have to understand that from the second you step on the hardwood, you got to be ready to play.
Yes, everybody contributes.
And that's the thing for the Fighting Muskies. That's the major difference right now, is they're able to keep fresh legs in. With the guards for Capital, they're going to be tired in the fourth quarter. They might not show it yet, but they've already played 18 and 19 minutes. They're going to get tired. It's a 40-minute game.
And if they keep that rotation up, they're going to be winded. They're going to be wore down. And, you know, the Muskies going to be keep switching and rotating and keep them fresh legs in. They're going to stay moving and stay, you know, high energy. So I hope that they do that and keep that up, so the Crusaders can't capitalize off that. So
for the Fighting Muskies, obviously the most efficient player, we've mentioned it multiple times, has been Devin Bonner. One player that I would love to see improve, and I think for the Fighting Muskies to pull out a victory tonight, you look at Emily Yeager. She's 1 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from three-pointers, 0 of 2 from the foul line. If she can start making her shots, you know, she's open, she's getting good looks. And as a player, one of the most frustrating things is when your shot isn't falling.
Exactly.
And so it's one of those things at halftime, hopefully her team's rallying around her like, look, you have open shots, keep shooting, we need you to make these. And I think, you know, if she just shoots just a little bit better, let's say she shoots a 25 or 30%, still not great, but hey, you look at that score, all of a sudden that would be a Muskie advantage there.
Yeah, also for the Muskies, I would like to see Sam Filiagi, I'm sorry about that. Sam Filiagi. I want to see her. You know, she's 1 of 4 from the field goal, and she's 2 of 2 for a free throw. So she hasn't shot any 3-pointers. I want to see her get more involved in the game, get more points up on the board, because I feel like she got that in her arsenal.
A commentator's worst nightmare, someone with a weird last name.
Oh yeah, for sure. It messed me up.
Filiagi, though, she's been playing very fantastic while we're talking about her. She's been out there, and though her stat line isn't something that is mind-blowing, she's been playing good defense.
Yes.
And I think that's the major key here, is you're not always going to have the offensive explosiveness that you want to see. You're not always going to have players that are padding the stat lines. Sometimes it's the people, they're plus minus. That's what really matters. They're in there and people aren't scoring when they're in.
Exactly.
And Filiagi, she's doing a great job on defense so far.
I totally agree with that.
All right, you are listening to WMCO 90.7 Orbit Television and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV, your home for Muskie Sports.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Welcome back to the ANSI Steele Center. I'm Bryce Lillibridge. Alongside me is Quentin Watts. We are here as the Lady Muskies are taking on the Lady Crusaders in this OAC matchup here in the middle of January. And right after MLK weekend, a long weekend, both teams getting a little bit of rest, and they're back at it as we're getting a great basketball game. And it's obvious one team, they had a good week of practice. The other team, it's still a holiday for them. They have to wake up quickly.
Yeah, they got to wake up quick, get back in the game. They got to get their head back in rotation. So the Muskies been coming out very aggressive. They've been getting on the floor, diving for balls. They've been getting rebounds. They've been getting steals. They've been all over the place. I've been loving it. They got to keep this up to keep control of the game.
The Fighting Muskies, they trail by 3, and they're going to be looking to come out here and just play a good ball game. And I think that they're going to get the ball down low. If you went back, especially, I'm sure they went and looked at the stat sheet there, and they saw Devin Bonner and how she's doing. I bet we see a little bit more of her. However, the Muskies starting 5 coming out does not include Devin Bonner right now. They have a small ball lineup. And
wow, that shocked me because, hey, Bonner only missed one shot down there. Come on, you can't be mad at that. You got to keep that in the game.
Capital will inbound the ball. We are underway here in the second half at the ANSI Steele Center. We thank you for tuning in today. Number 20, Caroline Taphorn passes it over to Reisner. Reisner out to the left corner. That shot is up, and that shot is no good. Rebounded by the Fighting Muskies. Running the floor for the Fighting Muskies is number 13, Sam Filiagi.
Crusaders come out shooting. They ready to shoot.
Passes to Olivia Bates. She tries to get it out to Yeager, but her pass is stolen. Outlet pass for the Capital, and they are going to make a layup. Good job there by the Crusaders. 29-24 Capital. Higher runs the point for the Fighting Muskies as she crosses the timeline. Passes it over to Yeager. Yeager on the left wing. Gets a screen, drives into the middle, passes it over. Great
pass
play at the left block. And
why did she stop running to the basket?
High off the backboard, missed by Muskingum. Coming back with the ball is Capital. They pass it over to the left side, over to the left corner. And Capital getting their offense set. So they're going to pass it down to Reisner, who's at the top of the key. She passes it over at the elbow. That shot's missed. Rebounded by Capital. Ball down on the floor. Blocked by Yeager. Great job by Yeager. Yeager going to run the point. She passes it over to Higher. Higher at the left wing. She's going to run it back out to the top. The Fighting Muskies are going to slow things down here. Get their offense running. Screen is set by number 5, Olivia Bates, passing over out to number 11, Gabby Blair. She passes the ball to Erica Higher. Higher takes that three-pointer. That shot is up, and it is good. 29-27, Capital leads.
Deep.
8.5 minutes to go here in the third.
That was a great shot.
Capital passes it over to number 10. That is Ellie Fullen. Fullen to Reisner. Reisner's shot is up, missed, rebounded by Yeager. Yeager takes the ball herself. She's going to outlet out to her teammate out on the right. She takes the ball, crosses it over to the middle. She's going to slow things down. Muskies, they are not looking to run in transition. They're running to get their sets in. Yeager gets the ball. She's looking, passes it out to number 5, passes it over to number 13. That's Filiagi. Filiagi takes the jump shot, and it is off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Capital. Pass over to the left corner. Ball's passed back out top, down to the elbow, back out to the left corner. That shot is up, and that shot is good. Money, 32-27. Capital
open
leads.
in the corner. It was miscommunication on that defense.
Higher leads the offense. Looks to her right, dribbling to her right, trying to get somebody open. She's going to cross over, gets a screen from her teammate, shoots the 3, no good. Rebounded by Capital. Capital will take over. Emma Burns running the point, passes it to the corner. That's Ellie Fullen. Fullen passes it back out to number 20, Caroline Taphorn. Taphorn passes it to her teammate, number 21, Sam Setch. She gets the layup, and we have a timeout called by Muskingum.
They begin into that paint. Bonner is not down there to control it. They got to get her back in there.
Coach Fox will take a 30-second timeout here. She's not pleased with the easy opportunities. That's 2 easy opportunities there for Capital.
Yeah.
And Muskingum did a great job, just weren't making their shots. They had the shot there by Yeager, but they weren't able to capitalize on the other open shots. A couple of bad passes. You can see Fox down there just calmly explaining to her team what they need to do. I think what she's trying to get at is if you have an easy shot, you got to take it. We saw the missed shot there. Easy, wide open layup, and she stopped about 5 feet short of the rim.
I don't understand why.
And made it a jump shot, and it's one of those things, it's inexperience. It's not realizing the opportunity that you have.
Yeah, I didn't understand that play right there, but you can't have that again.
Muskingum takes over here. Running their offense, passes it to the right wing. Trying to get it down to Bonner. That ball's tipped, but Muskingum will regain control. Passing it out to the left corner. And Muskingum, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. They're going to have to do something, and they're going to have to do it quick. Bonner comes out to set a screen. She does. She's going to roll, and we're just going to have to force up a shot, it looks like. And we have a jump ball. It'll be Muskie possession, so they're going to get a new shot clock. So I guess you have to look at the positives. Actually,
look like the ref's going to talk that one over.
1 second left on the shot clock, excuse me. They're going to call a jump ball, but Muskingum regained control. So this is going to be a catch and shoot opportunity here. Yeager's going to inbound it. We'll see what the Fighting Muskies can draw up here. Ball is passed, tipped off of Capital. And the refs are going to gather again at the middle of the floor. Talk some things out here. They looked up at the clock here. It reads 6:35. Let's see if they changed that. I don't know if that's what they're talking about.
Yeah, the shot clock is at 1 second.
Now our third official gathers with them. They're at the top of the three-point line. And the official's running to the scorer's table. And the coach for Capital wants an explanation of what's going on. I'm not sure if anyone knows what's going on.
I want an explanation too.
We're back at it. Here we go.
With 1 second left, tipped out.
Tipped out. I thought it might have been hit out by Capital. However,
it looked like it, but I guess the second was up before it got tipped. So, Crusaders ball.
Crusaders take it up the floor. Not running in transition this time. It's refreshing to see. Out in the left corner, down to the left block, down to the right block. Shot's up by Reisner, and that shot's going to rattle on home as she's going to get her third point of the night.
Yeah, they've been making their baskets. They've been taking good shots, and they've been making them. So that's what we need the Muskies to continue to do.
Higher passes it down to Bonner. Bonner gets blocked. She wants a foul call, but she's not going to get one. Running down in transitions, Capital, wide open layup. Timeout, Muskies. Coach Fox very upset.
That was a clean block. I can't be upset with that.
38-27, Capital leads. With that, you're listening to WMCO 90.7 Orbit Television and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV, your home for Muskie sports.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner's so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
Welcome back to the ANC Steele Center. I'm Bryce Lillibridge, and alongside me is Quentin Watts. We are here as the Fighting Muskies are taking on the Capital Crusaders. And right now, not a whole lot going on for the Muskies, as they've only been able to muster 3 points. Capital's gone on a run here. They've scored 11 very quickly. Muskies find themselves in a hole 38-27 here.
Yeah, Crusaders came out aggressive. They've been making good bunnies.
You're listening to WMCO New Concord. Emily Yeager gets her shot. It is up, and it is good. 38-29, back within single digits. Muskies need to get a defensive stop here. Let's see if they can do that. Ellie Fullen dribbling out to her right, passes it out to the left corner. Pump fake back to the right corner, down to the right block. Great poke there by Bonner.
Muskies running that 2-3 zone.
Dribbling in for Capital. Layup is up and no good. Rebounded. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Muskingum basketball. Ball is passed in to Erica Heyer. Heyer takes it up on the middle of the floor, looks to her left, passes it to the left wing, back to the center. Emily Yeager's pass was tipped. She regains control, and she's looking to her right, dribbling to her left, crosses over, dribbles to the middle of the lane, passes it back out to the top, gets a screen, and now we'll have a three-point attempt by the Fighting Muskies. That shot is up, and it is good. Olivia Bates gets that three-pointer. Fighting Muskies trail 38-32, 5 minutes to go here in the third. Ball is passed over to Caroline Tophorn. Tophorn over to her teammate, number 12, Emma Burns. Burns down low to Reisner. Reisner pump fakes, dribbles, switches hands. Crowd wants a 3 seconds call. We're not going to get one. Ball is passed back out over to the left corner. Shot is up, and that shot is good. Three-pointer made there by Capital.
They shooting.
We saw this in the first quarter. If you leave them open in the corner, they're going to make it. And you got to find out when you're running that zone, you got to be more, you have to communicate better and get over there.
You got to get out there.
Emily Yeager has control, trying to get a screen set by her teammate. Doesn't get one, passes it out to the left corner. Ball's passed out to number 15. That is Erica Heyer. Heyer passes it over. The ball is stolen by Capital. Easy layup opportunity, and it is up, and it is good. The Muskies, this is what they were scared of happening, and it's happening. It's 43-32.
Energy looked low. Everything looks dry for the Muskies. They got to get back to that high tempo they had in the first half.
And you see ball movement here. Travel.
She stuttered her feet.
Have substitutions coming in for the Fighting Muskies. Coming in is number 24, Kamei Baylock.
Looks like the Muskies are shooting 9 for 33. Not so good. You know, they gotta get back in that rhythm and back into that zone. You know, they've been looking very dry out this quarter.
Tophorn running the point for the Crusaders. She takes it to her right, passes it to the right corner, back out to Tophorn. Tophorn looks left, still has the ball, dribbles left. Defensive foul called on Baylock. Baylock playing very handsy defense there, gets called.
Yeah.
Inbounding for Capital will be Baylock, or not Baylock, excuse me, Tophorn. Tophorn gets it in, passes it out to the right corner. That's Fullen.
Good defense.
Passes to Reisner, good defense. Rebounded, Reisner, Capital takes control.
Oh, you got to get that rebound.
Reisner gets big, gets the points.
Second chance points is key to getting that big lead.
Running the point for the Fighting Muskies is Yeager. She dribbles to her right, and she has nowhere to go. She's going to turn the ball over. She's looking at Coach Fox. I believe she said the ball went off of Capital. Nothing you can do there once the official rules it.
Gotta have short memory. You can't be dwelling on mistakes like that.
Folan takes it to the right, looks to the left, passes to the left, to the tap horn, back to Folans. Folans gets a screen from Reisner, and Reisner's going to get the ball in the pick and roll.
Good block.
Great block. Looks like Bonner must have gotten hit in the throat there. She's all right. She's grabbing her throat there. She looked disgusted.
She looked mad, kind of like, y'all didn't call that?
Running the point for the Fighting Muskies, it's number 13. That's Sam Filagi. Filagi passes to Yeager over to the corner. That ball is tipped out of bounds by Capital. That ball is going to go up about 6 rows.
Looks like Capital and Muskingum switched roles a little bit. You know how Muskingum was coming out with high enthusiasm first half, and that's exactly what the Crusaders is doing this half. You know, it's like they switch positions and roles, and that's how they got this big lead here.
Baylock passes it in to Yeager. Yeager gets the screen from Bonner. Back out to Baylock. Baylock moves her feet, keeps her pivot foot down. She's going to dribble all the way out to the right and out of bounds off of Baylock. Capital takes over. 2:20 to go in the third, 45-32. Capital leads here at the ANC Steele Center. Running the point for Capital is Emma Burns. Burns passes it out to number 15. Number 15 passes it out to Caroline Taphorn. Taphorn passes it to Cassidy Bosch. Bosch drives in on the right block.
Good
layup attempt blocked by the Fighting Muskies. That was a great defensive attempt by Olivia Bates to get her hand up, get the block.
She said, get that weak stuff out of here.
Got good old AC beside me. Capital will inbound the ball. Great defense there by Baylock. They're going to force the ball back out. Corner shot, no good this time. Great defense, hand in the face. Muskingum gets the rebound. They need to drive the tempo here. And that's what they're going to do. We have a 3-on-2 opportunity. Floating jumper there. No good.
That was like a Kobe shot.
I wasn't really sure what to call that shot. Pass over to the right wing. No good. Rebounded by the Fighting Muskies. Tipped by the Crusaders. Might have gotten away with a carry there.
Oh, I've seen a lot of those this game.
Filagi passes it over to Yeager. Yeager with a little stutter step. Pass to the corner. Back out to Yeager. Yeager takes a three-point attempt, and that is money. 45-35, Capital leads. Minute and 10 to go here in the third quarter.
Hands all in the face and still made it. Great shot.
Folan takes control at the point, gets a screen from her teammate, driving to her right. Great defense. Back out to the top. Stolen by Yeager. Yeager has no one in front of her. Will she make it?
Easy layup.
She makes it. There we go. 8-point lead.
Great steal by Yeager.
Great job by the Fighting Muskies. 44 seconds and counting to go here in the third quarter. Capital has the ball in the left wing, passing back out to the top. Capital dribbles to the left, passes it out. Solid screen there.
It was two of them back to back.
And we're going to have a loose ball. Devin Bonner's on it. We're going to have a jump ball. And Capital is going to retain possession with 6 seconds on the shot clock.
Great hustle for the Rock.
You have 3 substitutions coming in for the Fighting Muskies. All right, we're ready to go here. 27 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
Oh.
Step back three is good for Capital. 48-37, 20 seconds to go. Yeager running the point, passes it to the right corner. Trying to get the ball down low. It's number 32. Good layup there by Olivia Lang. She gets the layup. 48-39, 7 seconds to go. Capital pushing the ball down the middle of the floor. She's going to stop, pass it to her teammite. She's going to try to dribble in. And great play there by Muskingum. And that's going to end the third quarters. The Fighting Muskies trail 48-39 here at the end of 3. You're listening to WMCO and Orbit Television and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV. Your home for Muskie sports.
Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
Welcome back to the ANSI Steele Center. I'm Bryce Lillibridge. Alongside me, Quentin Watts. We are here as the Fighting Muskies are taking on the Capital Crusaders at the beginning of the fourth quarter. If you're just joining us, it's 48-39 Capital. Three-point attempt is up, and it is good for the Fighting Muskies.
Good shot. Good rebound. Good rebound by number 4, Sasiana Medaus.
48-42. Capital has the ball blocked by the Fighting Muskies. Devin Bonner gets the rebound, passes it out to number 15, Erica Heyer. Heyer's going to run the point here for the Fighting Muskies as she crosses the timeline, puts up 2 fingers up in the air, calling out the play. Number 32, Olivia Lang has the ball. She passes it out to number 4, Sasiana Meadows. Meadows looks to her right, looks to her left, pump fakes. She's going to shoot the 3, airballs it, and that's going to be Capital possession. It's one of those times you have to wait for the play to develop, and hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah.
But that's one of the times if you're not confident in your shot, and that did not look like a confident shot by any means.
It didn't at all.
Capital takes over across center court. Both teams ready to go here. Passes it over to the left, Capital does. Looking to get down low, Reisner trying to post up on Bonner. She's going to set a screen. Bonner's going to take over on defense here. Great rotation on defense. And traveling called on Reisner.
That was travel for sure.
Great defense by Bonner. Even if they didn't call it, there was no way that shot was going to go in.
Exactly. She was in great position to send that.
Muskingum takes over control. 8.5 minutes to go here in the game. Dribbling to the left, passing it out. Travel. She went to pass it to her left, and she didn't let go of the ball.
Never seen that one before.
Capital inbounds it. Running the point is Emma Burns. Burns passes it over to Reisner out top. Reisner passes it to the corner to Taphorn. Taphorn back down to Reisner. Reisner gets underneath the basket, passes it out to the right corner, out to the top. Three-point shot is up, and that shot is good.
That's great ball movement by the Crusaders. They're getting that open look at the top of the key. You got to keep that ball moving.
Find the open person. That's exactly what they did there.
Oh, yeah.
Heyer has the ball, looks to her right, passes it to her right.
Bonner screaming for the ball. They didn't give it to her.
Bonner wants it. Jaeger's going to take the three-point shot.
Go get the board.
Missed. Rebounded by Meadows. Back out to Jaeger. Jaeger, she's going to go in, passes it out to Meadows.
Good
Meadows gets the
pass.
layup.
Good assist.
51-44, 7.5 minutes to go here.
Layup by Sasiana.
In the NC Steele Center. Great tip there by Jaeger. Capital will regain possession, takes it in for the easy layup.
See, you can't have easy buckets like that. You cannot allow them to just get into your paint like that.
Number 32, Olivia Lang, taking the ball up, passes it over to Meadows. She was not expecting that pass. Luckily, she stopped without walking with that ball. Pass over to Lang. Lang looking down low to Bonner. Bonner gets it.
Finally.
One-on-one matchup.
Uh-oh.
She wins it. And
yeah.
Good.
It's too easy. Keep giving it to her.
53-46. Capital leads. 7 minutes to go.
She been begging for it. She gotta know what she's doing if she keep asking for it like that.
Bonner has 14 points in this contest. Reisner gets it. Bonner was slow on the rotation there.
You gotta attempt that shot. You cannot let easy baskets like that.
Looks like we're gonna have a bigs battle here late in the game.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Bonner wants the ball.
Go get the rebound.
Bonner gets the rebound, puts it back up, tipped, foul call.
Yeah.
Bonner's going to get 2 shots at the line.
If she keeps asking for the ball and they didn't pass it, you know, go get the rebound. Go get it for yourself. And that's what she did there and got the foul.
Bonner's at the line shooting 2 foul shots. Muskies trail by 9 here. Bonner's first shot is up. No good, off the back iron. Substitutions coming in for the Fighting Muskies. Bonner has one more attempt here. She has 14 points in this ball game, 3 fouls. Bonner puts the ball down on the floor. Her shot is up and her shot is good. 55-47, 6.5 minutes to go. Bonner is subbed out and runs out of the gym.
I wonder what that was for.
She ran the opposite way of the locker room, so I guess that's probably a good sign.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really know what's over there. Water?
My job's to inform you of what's going on, not to assume what's going on. Number 15 has the ball out top for Capital. She drives in, gets the layup.
Good take.
And one.
That was a great take. You cannot dislike that move.
57-47. Capital leads. Chance to add on here with the and one.
They down 10. They gotta do something. Cut this lead down. And she makes the free throw, so. 47-58.
47-58, 6:14 to go here in the fourth. We have a timeout. We're going to keep it right here, though. We're not going to take a break. And it'll be interesting to see what is going on with Bonner. I guess that's the major story right now. The only thing I can think of is the trainer's room is out to the right.
The trainer room is over there.
I did not see a trainer go with her.
But it usually should be a trainer out here, you know, ready for anything to happen, you know?
So I'm not quite sure what is going on with her. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. The Fighting Muskies are in their timeout. Fox is very animated there in the huddle. And you look over to the right, and the Capital players, they look a little more relaxed than the Muskingum players do.
Yeah, well, as they should be. You know, they up late in the quarter. Oh, there go Bonner.
She's back.
Wonder where she, probably the bathroom. Never know.
Interesting what's going on here. Bonner gets back in the huddle, and she's going to sit down on the bench. I believe we'll see her back in the game.
Yeah, we should definitely see her back. You know, I feel like she's a key player. You know, she's been getting a lot of points in the paint, so I feel like they need that. Getting a lot of rebounds, too. So the Muskies definitely need that on their team.
Muskies inbound the ball to number 15, Higher. Higher runs the point, trying to get her play call in, passes it over to the left side to Filiagi. Filiagi breaks the ankles of her opponent, blocked. Yeager battling for that ball. It's going to be out of bounds, Fighting Muskies ball.
Yeah, the Crusaders touched that last.
Yeager will inbound here for the Fighting Muskies. Yeager gets it into her teammate, blocked by Capital. Great job there on defense.
That was a great way to stay in the play, you know. That looked like an easy basket, but she came from behind, you know.
Capital has the ball, passes it out to the left side, down to the left corner. Looking into the block, gets the screen. Great defense there by Muskingum, rotating. And no foul call, easy layup for Capital. And we have a little stare down there.
You can't let that happen.
See,
that's why they need Bonner down there. You know, that would not happen if Bonner was down there.
Reagan Stone Rock stared down the Muskie on the floor there. And we'll see what happens if little retaliation happens out of that. That's one of those unwritten rules in sports.
Yeah.
You don't do that. And in basketball, it's one of those things. You gotta be worried about doing that stuff, especially as a big.
Yeah. Yeah.
Foul call on the floor. Fighting Muskies are gonna have 2 shots at the line. Shooting 2 free throws is number 15, Erica Higher. Higher's first shot is up and it is good. Trying to trim this deficit. Back into the game, Devin Bonner back out for the Fighting Muskies is Sarah Miller. Higher's second shot is up. No good off the right side. Emma Burns running the point for Capital. Gets the screen at center court. Looks to her right. No one's there. Finally gets a pass out to the right corner. Down to the low post. backing in, back out to the right corner, pump fake. Taking it down on the baseline. Layup is up and no good.
Way to stay on that hip.
Very, very, very questionable foul call there. I thought it was a jump ball, but the refs disagreed, and they're going to give 2 foul shots here to Capital. Reagan Stonerock, the junior from Circleville, will be having 2 foul shots here.
First one is no good.
Coming into the game for the Fighting Muskies is Kamei Baylock. Baylock and Bonner, the forwards in for the Fighting Muskies right now.
Yeah, they should be down there, you know, getting rebounds and trying to get the ball back to the guards as quick as they can.
Higher passes it to Bates. Bates takes it in for
Good
a layup.
take.
No good. No foul call.
I think that was a foul there. I'm not gonna say it was, but it looked like it.
Capital will take over 61-48. Crusaders lead. 4.5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Folan takes the ball down the court for the Crusaders. She passes it. No one there in the left corner, and that's going to be Muskingum basketball. Olivia Bates inbounds it to Higher. Higher passes it over to Yeager, down to Bonner. That ball is tipped and out of bounds. So Muskingum will retain possession. Yeager to inbound. Yeager inbounds it over to the right side. Down low to Bonner. Bonner gets it. Foul call.
Yeah, there we go. There go the foul.
Bonner going to the line.
They got to do that. They got to double team that down there because there is no way a one-on-one that they're going to stop that.
Bonner gets 2 foul shots here. She currently is in the game. 15 points. Make that 16.
Oh, yeah. She having a great game today. Only has 3 fouls, so she's been doing a very good job down there, being aggressive.
She had those 3 fouls very early in the game, too, so she's played a very clean game here in the second half.
Yes.
She makes the second one. 17 points. Muskies lead 61-50. 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Solid screen set by Reisner. Great job. And they're going to call out a foul. I thought it was all ball. So did Bonner. She's very animated.
She looked like, are you serious?
Each team has 3 fouls apiece. Capital will inbound off the baseline. Pass it over to the left corner, out to the left wing. Capital has the ball at the top. Passes it back to the left wing. Trying to get it down onto the block, and they will. Pump fake. Good
up and
move.
under.
63-50, Capital leads.
That one works. That move right there works.
Baylock has the ball out top. Yeager sets a screen. She rolls back out. Pick and pop play here for the Fighting Muskies. Yeager drives in on the left side, tries to pass it out. Ball's tipped. Ball's on the floor. We have a loose ball. Kickball violation. It'll be Capital ball.
They got to get control of that ball.
Bonner subbed out. Coming into the game for the Fighting Muskies is Rhea Johnson.
Also came in the game, Sasiana. You know, she's been having a very quiet game.
Capital has the ball. They pass it to Reisner. Reisner looks down low. Passes it out to the left wing. Passes it to the left corner. Down to the block to Reisner. Reisner and Meadows.
Good
Posts
defense.
Up. Great defense by Meadows. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson takes it up center court. She's going to slow things down here.
Ooh, good move.
Passes out to Yeager. Yeager with the deep 3. Misses. Rebounded by Reisner.
Wow. That was a mean push-off down there in the post for the rebound.
Muskies need a D up here. Reisner has the ball. Looks like Capital's going to run a little bit of time off here. Great play by the Fighting Muskies, playing good defense. Coach for Capital is not happy. She looked at her player and went, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, she was very upset with that pass.
Johnson running the point for the Fighting Muskies. Passes over to Yeager on the left wing. She takes a shot, and it is no good, but foul call. 2 foul shots coming up.
It almost like an and one to me.
Shooting 2 is Emily Yeager. Yeager's first shot is up, and it is good.
Good shot. Good shot. They needed that.
That's Yeager's 11th point of the game. Yeager has the ball in her hands. See if she can make this. She does. 63-52, 2.5 minutes to go here in the fourth. Capital pushes the ball up the floor, passes it over to the right, back out to the top. You imagine Capital's going to waste a little bit of time. Muskingum needs to play some defense here, get a stop, and they need to do it quickly. And we have a foul call on Muskingum. Yeager going to pick up that foul.
Yeah, she trying to get a steal. She trying to find, you know, any way to get the ball back, you know.
Bosch will inbound here for the Lady Crusaders. She passes it in to Burns. Burns down low, back out to Bosch. Bosch drives in, baseline, hacked. Foul call. She's going to have 2 shots at the line. 2 minutes, 13 seconds to go here in this contest. 63-52, Capital leads over the Lady Muskies. At the line, it's number 3, Emily Bosch, or Cassidy Bosch, excuse me. Bosch's first shot is up, and it is good. That's going to extend the lead to 12 here for the Crusaders. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded by the Fighting Muskies. Good box out there. Raya Johnson taking it down the left side. Yeager's wide open down low, and it's overthrown. Great save.
Oh, that's a save.
Excuse me. Official's going to call that out of bounds. I thought it was saved. You thought it was saved. He must have a better viewpoint than we do.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he actually down there. We up here, so he might be right.
Capital will inbound. Muskies have a full court press on. And Capital's going to beat that full court press very easily, but they're just looking to run time off. A lot of dribbling going on for Capital. She's going to take the ball in, and she's fouled. And the Muskies, looks like they've accepted defeat. They're not trying as hard now.
That's exactly what it looked like that when they came out a half. You know, it just looked like they had low energy, just like, I don't want to be here. You know, they was not falling on balls no more. You know, they wasn't trying to go get rebounds. And, you know, it just wasn't the same.
As far as players that play here for the Fighting Muskies, on their active roster, they have 0 seniors. So
0?
They have 0 seniors on their active roster.
Wow.
So it's a very inexperienced team, and it's one of those things that as the season continues to go on, younger players, great job there by Bonner. The younger players have to discover themselves. They have to discover how to become a great leader. And one of the things that's way different between high school and college is exactly that. In high school, you have your coach that leads you. Once you get to college, you got to become your own leader.
Yes,
you got to have people in the locker room that are willing to step up. We have a timeout here on the floors. The Muskies trail by 12. And for the Fighting Muskies, there's a lot of hope for the future. They have a great head coach.
Yes.
It's one of those things, they're not too far removed from having
they got
a great team.
They got a lot of young talent, you know. They have talent that'll go get points and can go score. So I'm really not that too worried about the Muskies' future.
And Capital, they're going to go ahead and get their 12th win unless if we have an absolute miracle happen.
Oh yeah,
but
for sure.
I think the thing for the
A
Muskies
shutout.
about tonight is they showed that they have it in them.
Yes.
Capital takes the ball up the right side, dribbling over to the left. They have the ball out top now. Muskies are going to try to press them. You can see Coach Fox out there saying, get up on them.
Man, they just got to play all 4 quarters. They played the first 2 quarters perfectly. They did exactly what they had to do. It just, they came out second half not doing exactly what they had to do.
Raya Johnson tried to grab that ball off of her hands and out of bounds. We have a timeout here.
Oh, come on.
Another 30-second timeout. We're going to stay right here. The Fighting Muskies, it's one of those things, it's all about experience.
Yeah.
And like you said, I think you put it perfectly. They executed for 2 quarters. Nothing to hang your hat on about that.
Yeah.
You got to come out. It's a 4-quarter game.
4 quarters. You got to play all 4 quarters like it's your last quarter. You know, if you come out if you come out and beat them in the first half and don't come out like you did in the first half, the second half is not yours. It's gonna be exactly how it is now.
I think the biggest difficulty for Muskingum that they're dealing with is exactly the fact that they don't have those upper leaders. And so once they start getting down, it's over for them.
No one can bring them back up.
Capital inbound. We have 1:17 to go in this contest, 66-54. Capital passes it down to the low block. Reisner gets it up and good. 68-54. Capital extends their lead to 14. Higher dribbles into the lane, passes it back out to Yeager. Yeager dribbles into the lane, gathers, tries to get a shot up, misses, gets her own rebound, puts another shot up, misses again, and we're gonna have a foul call. I believe that's on Capital.
Yeah.
Sure is. Loose ball foul against Capital. Excuse me. Loose ball foul on Emily Yeager.
Oh, I didn't see that one coming.
I did not either. 55 seconds to go here in the game.
Ooh.
You can hear it is absolutely quiet in the NC Steele Center. People are still in their seats. I think
no one left, you know.
I think it's one of those things you're going to support this team win or lose, but the team, they got to get better down the stretch here. And you gotta play the way you did in the first two quarters. You need to play that way the whole entire game.
Yeah, there's always room to progress.
And it's a great learning opportunity. I think that's the biggest thing is you just can't get down on yourself.
Right. Keep your head up. When things get tough, you got to fight through adversity. They're feeding it to Bonner.
Bonner takes it down to the low block. Gets double team. Gets fouled.
Oh, and one.
Little bit of excitement here for Bonner.
Capital is actually shooting 24 for 52 from the field goal. That's a lot of shots put up, but a lot of made too, though. So
Bonner's free throws up, and it is good. Muskies trail 69-57, 43 seconds to go. Great play. Muskies not quite giving up yet. However, it looked that way. We're going to have a timeout. Capital. We're going to stay right here, though. 69-57, 42 seconds to go in this contest.
Hey, they're trying to cut that lead down. You think it's a possibility they can at least tie this thing?
Is it possible? Maybe.
What do you think it will take? What do you feel like it'll take for them to tie this game tonight?
Right now, you have to steal the inbound pass, and you need to score within 2 seconds. Preferably, it's a three-pointer, and preferably you get fouled. And that's 4 points. And then after the foul, you got to steal the inbound again.
Yeah. You need. I think you need 3 turnovers back to back, and you need those turnovers scored with 3-pointers. If they can capitalize that, tie game.
Capital inbounding here on their own side of the floor.
Uh-oh.
Capital has the ball. Looks like Muskingum. Are they going to foul?
They're looking for that steal.
Try to get the steal. We get a foul call instead. 69-57, 35 seconds to go.
Looks like Bonner's down.
Bonner's down. Looks like she hit her knee when she fell.
Yeah.
This time the coach and the trainers are going to go out.
I hope she's good.
You're listening to WMCO 90.7 Orbit Television and YouTube at Orbit Media TV, your home for Muskie sports.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
When you experience Scott's Diner, you experience quality. A sense that this isn't your average diner. You feel comfortable, part of the community. The feeling today is gonna be a great day. Scott's Diner is so much more than meets the eye, and so is its famous Scott's Diner house dressing. Pick up some today. Scott's Diner, a traditional diner with a contemporary twist.
We are back at the NC Steele Center as the game has progressed and is 71-57 Capital. 17 seconds to go in this contest. Capital's trying to get the clock out. However, Muskingum's going to intentionally foul 15 seconds to go.
Yeah, I don't see the reason to foul here. The game is obviously over, 57-71. I don't see a major comeback in 15 seconds. So I see no reason to really foul. And, that could cause injury. So I would say, try not to do so much fouling and roughing.
Yeah, that's one of those things. I think it might also be inexperience. They know that that's what you're supposed to do in a close game.
Yeah.
However, Coach Fox just called another timeout.
Oh, I don't know why.
It's interesting, I guess, to give them the experience of a close game. But when you're down 73-57, I don't know if I necessarily agree with calling the timeouts and the intentionally fouling right now.
Exactly, I totally agree with that too. So I don't know what they trying to do or what she trying to get to her players, but she know what she doing. It's Beth Fox, so I got faith in whatever game plan she got going on. So.
Fighting Muskies will inbound the ball. Inbounding for the Muskies is Erica Heyer. 15 seconds to go in the contest. 73-57, Muskies are trailing to Capital. Heyer passes it in to Filiagi. Filiagi takes it into the left side, back to the right side.
Good
tosses
pass.
It down low to Meadows. Meadows misses a wide open layup, and that's going to be the ball game.
Yeah, that's a game.
And Capital is going to dribble out the clock. And with that, the Fighting Muskies will suffer another loss. Capital will move to a 12-6 overall record. You are listening to WMCO 90.7, Orbit Television, and on YouTube at Orbit Media TV, your home for Muskie Sports. Welcome back to the NC Steele Center. I'm Bryce Lillibridge. Alongside me is Quentin Waltz. Welcome to the post-game wrap-up show. We just watched the Muskingum University Fighting Muskies take on the Capital Crusaders, and they fell 73-57. And for the Fighting Muskies, that'll move their record to 1-17, 0-11 in the OAC. For Capital, they'll improve to 12-6 on the year and 7-4 in the OAC. The Fighting Muskies, this is a game for them that they played very well in the first half.
Very well.
And then lost all momentum in the second half.
All of it. They came out just how we were saying in pregame. They came out aggressive. They came out wanting to control the paint. They came out with trying to get rebounds. Trying to control the game. They came out just doing that, and I feel like they won the first half.
The Fighting Muskies, like you said, they played very well in the first half, and they were down by 3 at halftime. However, whenever they got down in the first half, they came back. And to me, it didn't look like Capital did anything to change their game in the second half that they didn't do in the first half.
Right.
The only thing was Muskies played a little more sloppy on defense. We saw a lot more corner threes go in there in the second half. And the Muskies, they gave up a couple early in the first quarter, but then they rotated and got on it. And there in the second half, that game plan, it didn't switch.
Right.
And the Fighting Muskies, I don't know necessarily if that's a player lapse, lapse of judgment, or if that's an inexperience thing. But it's one of those things that as much as it sucks to lose as an athlete, you can learn from it. And the biggest thing is they have to learn from it. It's one of those things, they'll watch film, they'll see what's going on, they'll learn from it. And I guarantee that, whether or not they win or lose the next game, if they come out and just keep building on what they already have, they'll make improvements.
Yeah, though, because I feel like Capital came out the second half and they were totally controlling the game. They was coming out scoring easy buckets. They was getting corner threes. They was just getting open looks, and I feel like that was coming from defensive mistakes. Leaving people open, not getting in transition. Just not controlling the paint. I just felt like Muskingum just lost momentum and just lost control of the game right after at the half. It happened so quickly. They got a lead so quickly.
All right, players of the game. Who's your player of the game from Muskingum?
Devin Bonner. I got Devin Bonner for my player of the game. She went 7 for 9 from the field goal. She was getting and one. She was bringing the energy, to Muskingum. So I feel like for me that's my player of the game for Muskingum.
For Capital, player of the game.
Tough one, cause both their guards played a very good game. One averaged 36 minutes, and the other one, Ellen Folan, she had 36 minutes. Emma Burns had 34. And Emma Burns she was 8 for 13 from the field goal, and 3-pointers she was 4 for 6. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good stat line right there. So I'm gonna go Emma Burns for the player of the game.
It's a very, very solid night.
That's a solid night.
You're shooting 4 of 6 from the 3-point line. I'll take that anytime, every time.
Yeah.
I gotta give a big shout out to our sideline reporter. We had Cody tonight. Big shout out to our in-studio producer Cheyenne for keeping us on air. Shout out to everyone at the game filming tonight. And we will be back in action. I believe it's this upcoming Saturday. I had to confirm with the crew next time, so make sure you tune in this upcoming Saturday. We'll have another simulcast. Tune in on that on WMCO and on Orbit Media TV. For Quentin Watts, I'm Bryce Lillibridge. Thank you so much. We will now bring you back to your regularly scheduled programming.
See ya.